Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to make a terrarium just like this one. So follow my simple steps on how to do this and you'll be able to make yourself one. And so you want to get a cookie jar, and that's really good for beginners when they're making terrarium. So yeah, make sure you get a cookie jar with an air-sealed lid. So I'm going to take this lid off. So make sure you got some clean pea-rock pebbles or something like that, or gravel or ground up rocks. So now we're going to put the rocks at the bottom of the terrarium. So make sure you don't have too many rocks at the bottom of your jar. So now we can take some fiber mesh, like window screen fiber mesh like this, and we will place the jar on top of it. You want to cut this with scissors around the base of the jar to make like a circle of window screen fiber mesh. Now once you have your circle of window screen fiber mesh, of course it doesn't have to be perfect, so we will put it in our terrarium just like this. So now we have like a barrier. So here I've got some of my terrarium soil mix, and how to make the mix. I will pop it up on the screen right now. Now I've got some of my terrarium soil. I'm going to place it in here. And guys, just if you noticed, there are usually lines on cookie jars that like mark the halfway point. So we can choose one side, one half. We can slope kind of like a mountain up back to give it more perspective. But for this terrarium I want you guys to make, we're going to make a huge slope in the back. So make sure the front's got enough soil for plants, but slope it really big in the back. So now we can get like hunks of mossy bark and put them on the back of the slope like this to make kind of like a moss wall. So now we can take little pieces of cushion moss. So I'm going to take them with my terrarium tweezers here. So now that we have the moss wall done, we can take like a small rock like this and put it where you want in the terrarium, and also maybe a piece or two of wood. Just make sure to put little pieces of all sorts of kinds of moss. If you just do one type of moss, it'll look kind of bland. So right here I've got a plant called Fittonia, and very easy to propagate. So now we're going to start adding our plants to the terrariums. So find a healthy place, healthy arm you can cut. There, so now I've got the cutting. So now we can get a little spray bottle. And guys, one of the worst things to happen is when you overwater a terrarium. So just do a bunch of sprays to water the moss and plants. And that's probably enough right there. And now there's a bunch of water in the glass and you can't see anything. So you can take a napkin, but I'm using a microfiber cloth right here. But before we're done, we're going to add some springtails. If you don't know what springtails are, they are very, very tiny bugs, like smaller than a grain of sand. And they eat dead, dying plants and decaying matter and stuff and mold. So when we have a closed terrarium, it's going to get moldy in there, you know, with the wood and stuff. So springtails will eat that mold, so it won't take over the terrarium and kill it. So I'm going to take some springtails, put those pieces with the springtails on them, and dump them in your terrarium. And you don't need to take off the lid all the time and water it, because that will make it overwater. It's closed, it's air sealed, so once you water it once, the water evaporates down into the rock barrier, and then it comes back up and waters the plants and moss, and it just does that, and it's like a repeating cycle.